Every single day, the billions of moving, breathing creatures on this planet consume thousands of tons of calories and oxygen just to keep their bodies functioning. With this relentless global drain on resources stretching back millions of years, the math seems impossible. We should have exhausted our supply of breathable air and consumable energy long ago. But a planetary-scale replenishment system is running in the background, operating in total silence to balance the ledger. The survival of every moving, consuming animal on Earth depends entirely on a network of organisms that cannot take a single step. This replenishment is driven by photosynthesis, the process by which green plants manufacture their own food. As this diagram of a single plant leaf shows, running this biological factory requires just 3 raw materials: sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. A plant is a highly efficient, self-contained biological engine, precisely engineered to pull those 3 life-sustaining resources directly out of its environment. The process starts underground. The root system acts as a biological sponge, aggressively pushing through the earth to absorb liquid water from the soil. Once absorbed, that water enters the plant's stem, a vertical highway that rapidly pumps the liquid upward, defying gravity. The water travels all the way up and spreads out into the leaf, arriving at the main production floor of our biological factory. Because the plant is anchored in place, this internal plumbing system ensures the factory always has a steady supply of its base liquid solvent, without ever having to move. With water secured from the soil, the plant turns its attention to the atmosphere to secure its second ingredient, carbon dioxide. Scattered primarily across the underside of the leaves are stomata. These act as microscopic mechanical door-like openings that expand and open when active. Through these pores, they inhale gaseous carbon dioxide directly from the surrounding air. These breathing doors form the physical bridge between invisible atmospheric gases and the living structural tissue of the plant. Now the leaf has water and carbon dioxide, but it needs power to run the assembly line. That power arrives in the form of sunlight striking its surface. The green hue of the leaf comes from a substance called chlorophyll. This acts as a biological solar panel designed to capture and store the photon energy radiating from the sun. In this animated cross-section, the internal assembly line uses solar energy to forcibly combine water and carbon dioxide molecules. The direct result is a stable, energy-rich food known as glucose. The plant distributes this glucose throughout its system, fueling existence and new growth. By locking intangible solar energy into a physical food source, chlorophyll allows these organisms to thrive while remaining rooted to one spot. The manufacturing of glucose leaves behind a leftover element that the plant has absolutely no use for. To keep the assembly line moving, the plant simply vents this waste product back out through its stomata and into the atmosphere as pure oxygen. The disposable exhaust of this botanical factory happens to be the specific gas required to keep every animal and human alive. This brings us back to the initial paradox. We haven't run out of breathable air because every single leaf on Earth is constantly working to replenish the atmosphere. The global food chain relies on this dynamic. Plants provide the baseline calories for all ecosystems while simultaneously scrubbing carbon waste from the air. Protecting plant life and prioritizing the growth of trees preserves the biological foundation of our own survival. When we protect the green kitchen of the plant world, we are actively preserving the engine that sustains all life on Earth.